All right, if anybody's on, you're going to give this another try. I know a couple people are trying to get on, and we'll see if they get on or not. Got to love technical problems. All right, nobody's gotten on yet. I'm going to give it just a minute. This is the first time I've tried to do any of this, so we'll see what goes on. Nobody's on yet. Give me just a minute. I'm fixing to get the screen sharing going again. I'm sorry for the difficulties. Are you able to get on it?
What was showing you?
Okay, that's fine, because the way I've got something, that's, if you're seeing a weird screen, that's what it is, because I've got the wrong screen being shared right now while I'm getting into the software, to the program that I'm showing. So you're on the right thing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, when I'm not here, I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure
I
the
went down there and
sound.
made me a cup of coffee. I was like, damn, you got that fixed fast.
Yeah, but yeah, give me just a minute. I've got to get signed out of something so I can get into the program like I should. Technical difficulties are always fun. That's okay. All right, I'm going to get that out of the way. I'm going to get the right one over here. All right, that's what you're supposed to be doing. I went ahead and went to the login screen. The software that I'm showing is Icon Squared. John Eric did a thing on it one day, and I called it, and I signed into it, and I have been using it for about 2 months now. And it gives you great insight on how your Instagram is really doing. I'll share the URL with it, but it is iconosquare.com. And when you go to it, you go to the top right, and it'll have a login screen. What you do is you put in your Instagram username and password. And it brings you up to the viewer. What the viewer is just like your Instagram feed. You are seeing the post that the people you are following are making. What's really great about it, you see them. You can do anything within this software except post on Instagram. You can go in and like. Makes it a whole lot easier to like. the post, because all you do is go straight on through. You want to make a comment. It's got the emojis down here that you can add. Add whatever you want. Click. I'm just going to do cats have the good life. Whoop, if I can type. And so, as I said, you can do anything, and you can just scroll, keep scrolling through your feed. To me, it makes it quicker to like and to comment, because with me, I hate my phone. I hate typing on the phone. I hate texting, but the computer does great for me. But as I said, you don't have to use the software for this. I use it for it, but I use it for other things too. And that's what I'm fixing to show you. I just wanted to show you the viewer real quick. You can change views on it so that it's just basically like Instagram. You don't have all the other, and you can scroll through. You can see the other comments. You can see the other, you know, who else has liked it. You can still make comments from here. You can still like it from here, but it's just a different way to view it. It does have a slideshow, but you can really only just view the pictures on it, so I don't use it very often. I either use this view or this one for a quick view of, you know, my followers and their post. You can look at what you have posted on it. It also gives you some, it shows, you know, what you've got as your Facebook profile. I mean, not Facebook, Instagram. Tells you how many posts you have made. It tells you, you know, how many followers you have and how many other people that you have. And, you know, it's great for that. You can go into your likes, and it will show what you have liked. You go into my followers, and it actually shows you a list of your followers from the newest to the oldest is how it does it. Like I just added this guy here, so he's at the top of the list. If you want to go look at his profile, just click on him. It tells you, you know, how many posts, how many followers, and how many people he are following, and you can go in there and like them, make comments on them, and everything else. My following, these shows the people that you are following. And so the first one was who's following you. This one is who you are following. And the populars are just like on Instagram. It's going to give you just random people that are the most popular on Instagram. You don't necessarily want to go in and follow them because most of these are big people. They aren't going to follow you back. They aren't going to like your post. They aren't even going to hardly look at your post. But that's just the, you know, the main thing. You go back to your feed and it shows you, you know, your normal Instagram feed. Now, the part that I use the most in trying to figure out, you know, how is my Instagram doing is here, which is the analytics. If you look, it shows you that you've got, you know, how many posts that you have made. It shows you how many likes you have received. Out of the 1,500 posts that I've made, I've got 39,649 likes. It shows you how many comments on those posts that you have received. So it gives you, you know, on Instagram itself, you can't really see, you know, total numbers. You see on a single post how many likes you get, but you don't, you know, really get to see, you know, how many total overall you get. It shows you your followers and your following. Right now, I've got 2,174 followers, and I'm following 2,256. If you notice the graph goes up and down, that's because of the way we do things. You know, we build people up, we kick people off. We build people up, we kick people off to try to keep our numbers within a couple of hundred. Some days I'll have 300 more that I'm following than followers. That's on a day that I'm really working it. And so this number is always changing. On the last 7 days, it shows you that I had 93 new followers, 68 lost followers. 68 lost followers are, you know, the people that unfollowed you for a reason, but I guarantee you the way that I do mine, I look at every single new follower I get. My Instagram is closed. So if somebody just randomly invites me, 99% of the time it's another It Works distributor, and of course they get blocked. But I block anybody that I happen to random follow that is a business, because they aren't going to be looking at your post. If they're underage, because they aren't going to be able to buy your products, they aren't going to be able to join. And then people in foreign countries that we do not sell in. So I end up blocking a good portion right off to begin with as they accept my following request. It gives you some love rate, talk rate. That's, you know, engagements as far as direct messages, etc. You can click here. This is showing the last 7 days. You can click down here on the left and go to rolling months. And if you see from September 24th to October 24th, I posted 268 posts. I had 19,000 likes on those posts. I had 384 comments on the post. And it shows your best, you know, the ones that received the most likes, the ones that received the, you know, most comments. And no, it's not my It Works posts that get the most, but this shows you, especially on the comments, that people are watching your post, and that's what you need to do. Those posts that they are commenting on, that they are liking, they are seeing your It Works post. They might like it, but not as many people do. But the main key is for them to see them, but for you to engage with your followers so that they are making comments on your everyday post, you know, on your life post, on your fun post, whatever. That way you know that people are actually seeing them. And a big thing that I have found, like, should pull up this post here. I just wanted to show you this real quick. What's your K9? I post these randomly. They're all over. It lets you see if people are actually reading your post or if they're just scrolling through Instagram going like. If, you know, I had 36 likes on this, 12 comments. That means 12 people, you know, read it and they participated in it. So, you know, doing posts like this is great just to test the waters to see if people are actually looking at your post. Over the past month, I had 456 new followers and 1,600 new likes. It shows you your top followers as far as who likes it the most. It also gives you a little graph here as far as your up and downs, which, you know, with us, the up and downs are going to be, you know, the big thing. But it's a great way to see if, you know, what your posts are doing. You've got content. And it shows, you know, how the posts have steadily increased, the number of media, you know, October, this is from last year, the November and December. If you notice, up and down, but for the past, since July, I've been steadily up on the number of posts that I make a month. Likes received. It shows, you know, there I was doing okay. Down, it kind of looks like the growth pattern of it works. You notice I'm going up, up, up. It shows your, you know, your growth history. And and here it shows, you know, the most commented. The optimization tab, what that does, it shows the day of the week and the time. The bigger the circle is, the more people liked and commented on your post. So you can see when you're, you know, when the most people on Instagram are seeing your posts, for that you can target posts during that time frame. I found this really helpful. The community, you know, comparative followers that don't follow back, etc. This is always should be low, because if they aren't following you back, you should block them. So there's, in the last 7 days, it'll show you who, you know, your new followers are, your lost ones, your new followings. And it just, you can get, you know, more details as far as who they are, etc. Now, the hashtag performance, I have not, this is something you have to subscribe to. It's new on it. I have not messed with it. And my Instagram is set to private, so hashtags are not that big a deal on it, because people can't search my hashtags to add me. We're going to go to the snapshots. What this does is and you can actually share this. You can have it sent to your email. It shows you, you know, all it is graphical, pretty things. If you'll notice, it shows you the countries. 80%, 86% of my followers are the United States. I do have 3% in Canada, 3% in Australia, and 1% in Ireland. It will show you other countries. If there are countries that we do nothing in, then you know you can go search out and try to find those followers and get rid of them, because there's no need in having them on your Instagram if they aren't going to be able to do anything. Under the manage, what it does, it shows you private messages and comments. And so these are the last comments that the post in the last, well, in fact, I made every one of those posts last night after around 7 o'clock. And it shows who has made a comment on it. Private messages, it shows you is the direct messages. And you can create a new one here to send to somebody. Or you can, you know, if somebody has sent you a private message, you can respond to it here. And this is pretty much the software. As I said, I use it. I get on it daily to look at the analytics to see, you know, how are my posts doing? What posts are, you know, getting the most likes? And hopefully it'll help you out. Play around with it. As I said, John Eric is the one that showed it to me. He uses it, and he even says he don't, you know, suggest that you do the pay to remove the ads and to get the couple of extra little features you get. Whenever you sign up, you can set up this notify by email. I missed that earlier. And what that does is they refresh the statistics every 24 hours. And when they do, it'll send you an email So you can go in and look and see what your latest statistics are, so that you can see, because if you're falling as far as your likes and all, maybe you need to change the way your posts are. So remember, what everybody trains, 8, 10, 12 posts a day. I usually do more than that during the day, but out of those posts, only have 1 or 2 it works. And to try to make them, pull post and not salesy. If you probably noticed in mine real quick, you did not see any it works. Thursday night, we were at a haunted house. So no, I wasn't doing any it works. I was doing haunted house. Yesterday at work, I hadn't tried the offline thing to schedule a post. I just didn't have time to do any. And then last night we were out. So I do use Hootsuite. And if somebody's interested in it, I can go over and you can schedule Instagram posts with it. I do it a lot. But the past week I did not have any scheduled. But starting today, I'll have my 2 It Works posts mixed in there. Usually on Sundays, I do use Hootsuite, and that's all I use it for is my It Works posts. My random posts I just do on the fly, but I schedule them for the times that I've looked over at the other to see when the most people are liking, and I schedule those posts. With anything posting to Instagram like Hootsuite, you do have to interact with it. It is not automatic. You got a couple of steps you have to go through, but that's just, but if you're busy at work and all like I am, it just makes it a whole lot easier than having to try to type out, a pull post while in between work. If I tried to do that, it'd take me an hour and a half to make a post. And so it's another great way, and I'll share it. If anybody's interested, I'll do another video on it. There's also a Latergrammy program, but it limits the number of posts unless you pay, and it's expensive. Hootsuite doesn't. But I hope everybody gets something out of here. I know that it's helped me. And so everybody have a great Saturday, and we'll catch you later.